Nature of Kyrgyzstan is unique in its beauty. Green pastures, clear water springs, mountain tops covered with snow, reserves and parks are amazing and splendid. This nature, which is incredibly diverse in all seasons, is the major treasure of Kyrgyz people. It is remarkable that in many parts of our country we can observe the examples of wonderful harmony between nature and people. Communities were able to preserve the environment around their settlements and save nature's beauty and ability to restore. The Japanese people call such places Satayama, which means hills near the villages. In the past, people used to hunt, collect wood, medicinal plants and berries in the places like that. However, urbanization led to a situation when natural landscapes near villages and cities are coming to desolation and beautiful Satayama slowly disappear. It's necessary to start acting today in order to restore and preserve them. The project on community development and knowledge management for the Satayama initiative has been launched in June of 2011 by UNDP in partnership with the Ministry of the Environment of Japan, the Secretariat of the Convention on Biological Diversity and the United Nations University. The major goal of the project is to preserve biodiversity and to promote sustainable use and management of natural resources in socio-ecological productive landscapes with the aim of maintaining, rebuilding and revitalizing them. Kyrgyzstan has joined Satayama initiative in 2013. Ecosystems and productive landscapes of the Issyk Lake coastal areas have been selected as project landscape. Issyk is the largest lake of Kyrgyzstan. It is one of the 25 largest lakes of the world and takes the 7th place among the world's deepest lakes. It is located between mountain ranges of the northern Tian Shan on the height of 1,609 meters above the sea level. Natural ecosystems of the lake are wetlands and bushes alternated by resorts and agricultural areas of community use. 7 water areas of the lake and 10 areas of the coastal strip are under protection of the Issyk State Reservation and also protected by the Ramsar Convention because there are wintering areas for 40 to 60,000 wetland birds. A small grant program of the Global Environmental Facility supported 17 environmental projects implemented by people living in different villages and cities of the Issyk area. Each of these projects serves as an example of preserving Issyk ecosystems using traditional methods and new technologies. For example, in Cholponata town and in Lipinka village public organizations Foundation for Biodiversity Conservation and Issyk Pond Keepers organize social enterprises to breed fish and restore Issyk endemic species called Marinka and Asman. Solar power is being used to light the laboratories and warm water in the reservoirs for fish breeding. Initial encouraging results have already been achieved. In 2015, the project was awarded with the diploma of the Fish Department of the Ministry of Agriculture of the Kyrgyz Republic. A significant progress was achieved in preserving 35 hectares of Kara-Oy Dendrological Park and the northern coast of the lake. In the framework of this project, a full inventory of the park's irrigation system was completed. A detailed list of measures and materials necessary for the system restoration was prepared. 2 nursery gardens of local endemic types of trees and bushes with drip irrigation were created. A greenhouse for cloning of the valuable sorts of sea buckthorns was built, and one well cleaned to provide enough water for the park. In one of the nursery gardens, the irrigation pump works by solar power. In order to attract tourists to the park areas, there is a special display board describing the role of forests for ecology. Public Foundation Intuition operating in Grigorievka village works on preserving medicinal plants of the Issyk Lake. Cultivation of the herbs and mushrooms will help to preserve them in the wild nature. For that purpose, 2 special greenhouses on renewable sources of energy were built in the village. One of these greenhouses is being supported by the group of elderly people. The process on creation of community micro-reserve has been launched in Kuturgu village. The project is aimed to protect the habitat of Central Asian frog, which is included in the Red Book of Kyrgyzstan. In addition, every spring a special pond area is created and covered with nets to protect young frogs from predators. The special areas for tourists were created in the local school and medical service station so that the tourists could learn about protection of this rare species. Due to COMDEKS project in Kyrgyzstan, many successful practices for the protection of species listed in the Red Book have been initialized, including preservation of the snow leopard, the ruler of snow-covered mountain tops, argali, mountain sheep, whooping swan, and many other species. Thanks to Satayama initiative, much attention has been paid to sustainable irrigation system development. Several demonstration zones of drip irrigation were created on the northern and southern coastal areas of Issyk-Kul. The largest of them are located in Kızılsu and Geniş villages. Sharing the experience and knowledge about drip irrigation is very important in conditions of lack access to water for irrigation. Within COMDEKS project, Kaynar Bulak and Dastan community-based organizations were focused on popularization of planting local endemic sorts of Issyk-Kul apricots, pears, apples, and other fruits. Pollination is a significant factor defining the productivity of horticultural crops. Demonstration bee farm Altın Arı was established in Akdobo village near one of the plots of the Issyk-Kul State Reserve. All necessary equipment, including hives and platform for their transportation, were purchased in the framework of the project. The farm is open for tourists and offers short tours where the guests can learn about life of bees and can taste honey, ambrosia, and propolis. Another eco-farm was created in Tamchi village by Public Foundation Cultural Dialogue, United World. In order to grow spirulina alga, this NGO created a special greenhouse based on local mineral spring and renewable sources of energy. This is the only farm like this in Kyrgyzstan. Spirulina is a unique medicinal plant which has very strong stimulating impact on the immune system of humans and animals. The amounts of spirulina grown in the greenhouse is enough to prepare and use it as valuable health-giving food supplement. This highly nutritious alga will reduce the need in fodder for livestock, which in result will reduce overgrazing and improve local coastal ecosystems. Satayama became a source of inspiration and innovations. Some achievements are even being recognized in legislation. Corporate Social Responsibility Network and the Agency of Environment Protection and Forestry jointly developed the law. Some achievements are even being recognized in legislation. Corporate Social Responsibility Network and the Agency of Environment Protection and Forestry jointly developed the law on management of the GMO products market in Kyrgyzstan. Improvement of existing policies and regulations is very important, especially the possibilities of establishing local laboratories to test food for GMO components and introducing food certification system. This is important not only for Issyk-Kul province but for Kyrgyzstan as a whole. Thus, COMDEKS will help to expand the opportunities for the farmers in Issyk-Kul province to certify and promote organic food abroad. It also leads to reduction of risk of biological pollution for ecosystems of the Issyk-Kul province. Thanks to Satayama initiative, more than 2,000 men and women took an opportunity to get training about solar power usage, drip irrigation, use of natural humus fertilizers, construction of energy-efficient greenhouses, ecotourism and other approaches to ecological agriculture. Many farmers started to have more trust in new methods and use biomaterials to revitalize soil to enhance fertility. The Museum of Issyk-Kul Biospheric Territory located in Balıkçı town provides a platform to get acquainted with eco-technologies and the unique nature of Issyk-Kul Lake. On the other side of the project landscape, the School of Sustainable Farming and Household was established near Karakol city. The school will help to spread newly obtained experience among farmers of Issyk-Kul province since October 2016. The Satayama initiative invites us to view rural communities of the world in a different perspective, where people are using wise approaches to preserve the nature for present and future generations. You can learn more on the website www.gef.sgp.kg and on the page of the COMDEKS project www.comdeksproject.com.